office. Come on in. Today, we are going to be prepping for closing. I'm going to show you guys everything I do in terms of tips and tricks I show my clients, and also making some fun gift baskets for closing day. Let's take a look. So, I'm going to bring over a few important items we're gonna need to kind of build these gift boxes, and we're gonna answer some questions on what it's like. This is heavy. This is important stuff though. This is champagne. You can't buy a house without champagne. What was I saying? So we're gonna go through and answer some questions and talk about what closing is really like for people who are buying a home or a condo or looking to purchase a home or a condo. And I think you even have some questions that your friends have asked too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we can kind of just chit chat. I think today's gonna be a little bit more of like an informal vlog, just a good old chit chat between you and I. My office is really messy, by the way, don't judge me. I should go put on my sweatsuit, except right now my AC isn't working. I got it looked at today, so it's way too warm for me to wear a sweatsuit. So we're gonna keep this bad boy for later. Okay, so basically for my clients that are watching that haven't gotten their housewarming gift yet, it's not because I forgot, it's because I've been refreshing the LCBO website for, I swear to God, the past 2 weeks. And apparently every single LCBO in Ottawa is completely sold out of Moe and Verve. And I'm not waiting any longer. So I've picked a new champagne. And why did I pick it, you ask? Because my name is on it. That is the only reason. Is it narcissistic? I don't know. You can't have a housewarming without popping a little champagne, some bubbly, some Prosecco. That is a must. You always gotta put that in the gift basket. Fridge magnet, ultra important. And we got a scented candle. There's a wood burning wick. It is a natural soy candle, and there's also some crystals in here. I actually first found this on my first trip to Almont. I love going to little towns nearby, so I get those made locally. And I also have a little coaster set with my logo and branding on it. It is leather. It's a nice like suede on the back, and it comes in a little kit of about 6. So I put those in there as well, and then I put my little ribbon on it, and we are in business.
So why do you think giving gifts to clients is so important?
It doesn't matter how long I've been in it and how many houses I've sold. I mean, these people have trusted me to buy a house, buy the first house, buy a downsizing house, or sell their family home. It is like scary when it's one of your biggest investments or purchases or sales, and you're trusting a professional, trusting me for that. And I really appreciate and respect my clients, but I love giving them. I love people's faces when they get them, and I think that's just really important to me for that reason.
Do a lot of real estate agents or brokers in Ottawa or in general give out these gift baskets to clients?
Everyone does something a little different. I don't know if other people do it. I'm not 100% sure. I know some people don't, but really depends on the person. So
why do you think branding is so important when it comes to this stuff?
I mean, branding is one of the things that differentiate you. It doesn't even matter what you do or who you are, like whether it's mortgages or insurance or marketing, like it's good to have a personal brand. So I've actually made my branding so that it's universal, whether I decide to go into like property development or Airbnb hosts coming up. There might be a blog about that. Whatever it might be, I like that it's a very universal logo that people can know me by. And like, you are your brand whether you know it or not. So branding is really important because that's how people know you, and that's how you differentiate yourself in the market.
So is there any other items that you considered aside from coasters, candles, and a champagne bottle?
Yeah, so although a lot of these are like set in stone kind of thing, like I know what I'm doing for each gift basket, I still do customize them depending on the client. For instance, one of my clients just had a baby and they bought a new house, so I got like a little baby gift for them as well. One of my clients is a dog. I love dogs, so I got a little dog treat for them. I mean, it's personal at the end of the day, so I just like doing these things to make my clients happy more than anything, and it makes me happy. So it's kind of like the finished look. I think I might put a bow on this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a bow on it. Let's do it. I got some custom ribbon done. So we're gonna do that. I'm a little extra, but that's fine. Closing on a house. From the moment you have the firm accepted offer to the moment you close. It's funny because I just had a call with a client and he's like, are you sure there's nothing left for me to do right now? I'm like, listen, I know the first part of it, like getting the mortgage approval, looking at the houses, doing the offers, getting it accepted, doing the inspection, it moves so friggin' quick and there's so much to do. And then suddenly you're in this like lull between the time you buy the house and the closing date. And the buyers are always like, well, like it doesn't, like, is there something missing? Am I supposed to do something? Literally your office takes care of everything from the time, from the time you buy it to the time you close. So no call is a good thing. I always say, like, rest assured, leave it in our hands and we'll take care of it before closing date. I always recommend like packing earlier than expected, donating, throwing out anything that you don't need, because picking your internet provider for your new house, changing the utilities, the water services, hydro, whatever it might be. And then also planning the moving truck. How does this look? Is this better?
What do you guys think?
What do we think?
I think it looks great.
Yeah? Oh yeah, I think it looks better. And then I always add a little handwritten card to it as well. So when I write one, I'm gonna put it like right there. And that is the final product. What do we think? It's nothing like crazy or fancy, but
Looks beautiful.
thank you. I actually kind of like these bottles because it's gold and it like gold and black, and it kind of goes with like the branding we got going on. I feel like everyone like gets Verba Moe and stuff now and it's a little overhyped. We might stick away from that and keep on with the Anna bottles, because although it's a little narcissistic, I kind of like it. And I actually have tried the champagne and it's really good. Like, I am no champagne connoisseur, but I actually really like it. We are building a few more boxes and then we're gonna load up the car and deliver some client gifts. But before we do that, I think there's a few other questions, right?
Yeah. How do your clients feel when you put your brand on unconventional items such as a candle or a coaster?
Yeah, so I think like we all remember real estate marketing as like that tacky billboard or like the notepad with the guy's face on it and his info. I wanted to do fun things when I started my brand and did my logo and like invested some time and money into it. I wanted to do things that like I would use or like things I would wear. And when I came up with my logo, I told the girl, the graphic designer who was doing it, I gave her, these were like the exact instructions. I don't want it to be typical real estate logo. I don't want like a house or like a key in the door or whatever it might be. You guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't want it to be traditional real estate. I wanted it to be modern, timeless. I wanted to reflect me as a person, and I wanted to love it so much that I would rock my logo on a gold chain. That's literally what I said. So she came up with this logo. It is actually my initials, and this represents stained glass. So I thought that was really cool. I would wear that on like that emblem on like a gold chain. So I'm like, perfect. I told her like, be creative as you want. So she came up with a few ideas, and she was like, Anna, I came up with 3 ideas. The 4th one's really out there. I thought I'd throw it in. I came up with it last minute, and I ended up loving that one the most by far. So I'm glad I really let her be creative and do her thing. And it's funny because although it's not like a classic professional real estate thing to put your logo on like a tie-dye sweatsuit, but one of my clients actually that I got off Instagram on social media, I had to, like, I was running errands and I had to go see them really last minute because they were signing at the builder. So I was like, yeah, I'll be there, but like, hey, heads up, I'm literally like in a sweatsuit. I don't look professional because I was running around doing errands. And I showed up and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm showing up in like basically a sweatsuit. She's like, I'm really glad you did, because she's like, I don't know how to say it, but like, I really wanted to ask you if we can have one if we buy this house. So it goes to show that like millennial marketing, the new wave of marketing and thinking, is totally different and transparent from like professional real estate and what we kind of thought it was, like the red suits back in the day. So I think times are changing, and it's getting with those times and relating to the clients and relating to the people you're trying to attract. So I've had really good like success with some of the branding I've done, and I don't know, might come up with merch soon, so we'll see. We're almost done with our last basket, and then we're going to load up the car and we'll take you along with me.